LA County and city leaders are publicly clashing over homelessness funding and accountability, with new questions also being raised about fire response and rebuilding.
A key figure in all of this is Supervisor Horvath, who is joining us live this morning to discuss it all. Thank you so much for being with us this morning, Supervisor.
Thank you for having me.
So let's start with this. You accused Mayor Karen Bass of misinformation over homelessness funding. Tell us what you feel the mayor got wrong, and why did the county pull money from the Los Angeles Homeless Services Authority?
Well, we pulled the money that taxpayers have invested in this system because they want accountability that LASA has never delivered. And that's really where the mayor, I think, falls short in telling the truth about what's been going on. We have sat at the table at the LASA Commission seeing for ourselves that they cannot deliver the transparency that taxpayers have been calling for. And this whole notion that by reclaiming our dollars, putting them into the county, establishing a department with the proper oversight, and focusing on the programs that actually work, defunding the things that don't work. That's what our taxpayers want to see. That's what the residents of LA County deserve. And pretending like continuing to invest in the status quo, that somehow we're going to get different results, I think is just delusional.
LASA has been central to the city's homelessness strategy for years. So if the county says it cannot account for the money, two questions for you. First of all, like you said, a lot of people want to know what happened to the money. Will there be an investigation and find out who is responsible for this? And secondly, what does that mean for services on the ground right now?
So the county conducted an audit of LASA. We've conducted several audits. The most recent was the reason why Supervisor Barger and I authored a motion to create the new department inside the county, so we have the proper oversight and not only fiscal protocols and best practices that need to be in place, but really focusing and making the cornerstone of our department a program that has the greatest record of success, getting people off the streets and into housing permanently, once and for all. That's what people want to see their dollars being invested in. So yes, we've conducted audits. We have seen that the protocols aren't there in LASA. That's why we're standing up a new department with those best practices in mind. We've also created a centralized response center where we've been bringing council members from Los Angeles over to see exactly how we're changing the system and inviting them in to work with us. So there are many council members, both in the city of Los Angeles and many other cities, who want to work with us because they know that the status quo doesn't work. And they want to make sure that their dollars are being invested in a different kind of response on the streets. What this means going forward is that the county will be responsible for all of the service provision and making sure that the contractors actually deliver the results from services. But we still need our city partners to deliver housing solutions if we're going to get people off the streets.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. We do not have Mayor Bass on this morning, so I should say she has responded, of course, to the investigations and fraud, saying that she has a zero tolerance policy for fraud, but we welcome more comment for her at a later time. We do want to turn now to another crisis LA's been facing, the LA wildfires. You have called for an independent review of the city's fire response, which of course has been a huge issue after that official action report, you say, lost all credibility because we've heard that it was watered down. Tell us the issues there and how you think this can be fixed, because a lot of fire victims, of course, just find this unacceptable.
It is unacceptable. The county led our own after action response report, not only on communications, but on our response overall to identify where we fell short. We asked the city to participate with us. They refused. And now we know why. They have absolutely botched the response in terms of keeping honesty with their residents. And that's what Angelenos deserve. They deserve the truth. They deserve to know what actually happened, so they know not only what happened, but also what we're doing differently to protect them going forward. Why should they trust us if we aren't being honest with them about the things that we're doing differently to keep them safe? And the fact that the city continues to offer different responses, they have acknowledged that they've changed their answers. Fire leadership in their own fire department refused to validate the report that was issued to the public. We need the state to step in and deliver the accountability that the city refuses to deliver.
Hopefully government at all levels can work together and truly benefit the homeless community out there. Supervisor
That's what
Horvath.
we would prefer.
Yeah, absolutely. Us too. Supervisor Horvath, thank you so much. We appreciate your time.
Thank you.